Hello, everyone. This is Misha Houston, and I'm here to do my analysis of Elaine 1, a sample chapter from the upcoming book from George R. R. Martin called The Winds of Winter. This video is entitled Sansa and the Dangers of Winds, Danger Number 6. The next danger that I think Sansa will be facing is from Oswell Kettleblack of House Kettleblack of the Crown Lands, which is near to Blackwater Bay and King's Landing. I think he is very much a danger to Sansa because he knows everything about what happened the night of Joffrey's death. He knows everything, and he is definitely a danger that Sansa should be watching out for. He is an active participant in Sansa's disappearance. Along with Dantos the Red, Oswell Kettleblack spirited Sansa away from King's Landing the night of Joffrey's death, committing several treasons in the process. Yes, he is very much a dangerous character, and it's someone that Peter Baelish himself has very much underestimated. I believe that Peter Baelish has underestimated him, and I think he's definitely more of a danger than he appears to be. The chapters that I will be reading from is Sansa 1, A Feast for Crows, Sansa 6, A Storm of Swords, Tyrion 8, A Storm of Swords, Cersei 6, A Feast for Crows, Sansa 5, A Storm of Swords, Tyrion 8, A Dance with Dragons, and Cersei 10, A Feast for Crows. And as I said before, he is very much a threat to Sansa, even more so than anyone else. Absolutely. Sansa 1, A Feast for Crows. Oswell, my lord. Oswell rode me from King's Landing the night that I escaped. He must know who I am. If he is as half as clever as a sheep's pellet, you would think so. But Peter, in this instance, he is very wrong. Oswell does know who Sansa really is. And it is because of Peter Baelish that he knows. Peter Baelish told Oswell himself who Sansa was. Sansa 6, A Storm of Swords. You could turn Landing upside down and not find a single man with a mockingbird sewn over his heart. But it does not mean that I am friendless. Peter went to the steps. Oswell, come up here and let the Lady Sansa look at you. Yes, as I said before, he told Oswell exactly who she was that night when they were in the fingers in Sansa 6, A Storm of Swords. So he absolutely knows everything. Peter doesn't trust him, which is wise. But I feel, as I said before, that Peter Baelish sorely underestimates him, which is a big mistake. I hope he is right about old Oswell. I really do. With Cersei seeking vengeance, no one can truly be trusted. Cersei is desperate to get her hands on Sansa Stark. Along with Tyrion, she blames the king. She blames Sansa for the death of King Joffrey Baratheon's death. Tyrion 8, A Storm of Swords. Arrest my brother, she commanded him. He did this, the dwarf, him and his little wife. They killed my son, your king. Take them both. And as time passes, her hatred and resentment for Sansa grows even stronger. Cersei 6, A Feast for Crows. Your Grace has forgotten the Lady Sansa, said Pycelle. The queen bristled. I most certainly have not forgotten the little she-wolf. She refused to say the girl's name. I ought to have shown her to the black cells as a daughter of a traitor, but instead I made her part of my own household. She shared my hearth and hall, played with my own children. I fed her and dressed her, tried to make her a little less ignorant of the world. And how did she repay me for my kindness? She helped murder my son. When we found the imp, we will find the Lady Sansa too. She is not dead, but before I am done with her, I promise you, she will be singing to the stranger, begging for his kiss. Poor Sansa. Everyone's after her. Sansa I, A Storm of Swords. She passed through 12 feet of wall. Then she was outside the castle, standing at the top of a cliff. Below was the river, above the sky, and one was as black as the other. We must climb down, Sir Danto said. At the bottom, a man is waiting to row us out to the ship. After they scaled the cliff, Sir Dantos pulled her back onto her feet. This way. Quiet now, quiet, quiet. He stayed close to the shadows that lay black and thick beneath the cliffs. Thankfully, they did not have to go far. 50 yards downriver, a man sat in a small skiff, half hidden by the remains of a great galley that had gone aground there and burned. Dantos limped up to him, puffing. Oswell, no names, the man said, in the boat. He sat hunched over his oars, an old man, tall and gangling, with long white hair and a great hook nose, with eyes shaded by a cowl. Get in and be quick about it, he muttered. We need to be away. And even before that, Oswell was working to abduct Sansa, and he was also stirring the pot between King Joffrey and Tommen to make the escape more effective. Tyrion 8, A Dance with Dragons. Is that where my sister found you, in Bravos? Your sister? The girl looked lost. Queen Cersei? Penny shook her head. She never. It was a man who came to us in Pentos. Osmond, no, Oswell, something like that. Opal met with him, not me. Opal made all of our arrangements. My brother always knew what to do and where we should go next. So absolutely, Oswell, you know it's not the three sons, his three sons, because they were all a part of the King's Guard. So it must have been Oswell doing this. It was Oswell who went to Pentos and set up the arrangements for the jousting dwarves. So he is very much a part of this escape. He's one of the primary players. He made all the arrangements, as Penny said. Sansa 5, A Storm of Swords. As he led her below, he said, Tell me of the feast. The queen took such pains. The singers, the jugglers, the dancing bear. Did your little lord husband enjoy my jousting dwarfs? Yours. I had to send to Bravos for them and hide them away in a brothel until the wedding. The expense was exceeded only by the bother. It is surprisingly difficult to hide a dwarf, and Joffrey, you can lead a king to water, but with Joff, one had to splash about in it before he realized he could drink. When I told him about my surprise, His Grace said, Why should I want some ugly dwarfs at my feast? I hate dwarfs. I had to take him by the shoulder and whisper, Not as much as your uncle will. So, Oswell, as I just read and just said, He was very much a part of everything that happened that night of King Joffrey's death. But Oswell's true motivation for potentially endangering Sansa would not be for himself, but for the sake of his family. As I said before, Oswell has three sons. He has three grown sons, and they're all a part of the King's Guard. Sansa VI, a storm of swords. Oswell grinned, showing a mouth of crooked teeth. No, but my lady might have met my three sons. It was the three sons, and that smile, too. Kettleblack. Her eyes went wide. You're a Kettleblack. Aye, my lady, as it please you. Now, seeing as all three of his sons were in the King's Guard, and they were men that had low birth, their father would be very much proud of his three sons for making it into the King's Guard. Those knights are supposed to be the best knights in the realm, and I'm sure that he is very, very proud that his sons have made it so high and done so well. Now, speaking of the three sons, in A Feast for Crows, Osmond, Osfrid, and Osney are, are having a rough time of it. The Kettleblack sons are knee-deep in thigh-high and Cersei schemes. Osney, the youngest of the Kettleblacks, was charged with getting rid of the old High Septim and trumping up charges against Marjorie. In return for his services, Cersei has promised him, well, just keep listening. Cersei 6, A Feast for Crows. No, Osney touched her golden hair. The thing is, the best lives have some truth in them, to give them flavor, as it were. And you want me to go tell how I fucked a queen. She almost slapped his face. Almost. But she had gone too far, and too much was at stake. All I do for Tommen. She turned her head and caught Osney's hand in her own, kissing his fingers. They were rough and hard and calloused from the sword. Robert had hands like that, she thought. Cersei wrapped her arms about his neck. I would not want it said I made a liar out of you, whispered in a husky voice. Give me an hour and meet me in my bedchamber. We have waited long enough. He thrust his fingers inside the bodice of her gown and yanked, and the silk parted with a ripping sound so loud that Cersei was afraid that half of the Red Keep must have heard. Take off the rest before I tear that too, he said. You can keep the crown on. I like you in the crown. Now, by this passage, you can really tell that the Kettleblacks are people of low reputation. They're obviously not good people. And as I've heard and read in the book, in the Theon chapter, the sons are only the shadow of the father. So by this passage, you can really tell what kind of people the Kettleblacks are. They're not good people, and I just would not trust them for anything. With Cersei's schemes beginning to unravel, the Kettleblacks find themselves in even more trouble. Cersei 10, A Feast for Crows. Within, Osney Kettleblack hung naked from the ceiling, swinging from a pair of heavy iron chains. He had been whipped. His back and shoulders been laid almost bare, and cuts and welts crisscrossed his legs and arms as well. Sir Osney, said the High Septim in a firm, clear voice, do you have the carnal knowledge of the Queen? Aye. The chains rattled softly as Osney twisted in his shackles. That's the one, the queen I fucked. The one sent me to kill the old high septon. He never had no guards. I just come in when he was sleeping and pushed a pillow down across his face. So this is an absolute mess that is going on in King's Landing, and the Kettleblacks are right there in the middle of it. With all three sons imprisoned and his younger son brutally and viciously tortured, I believe that he would sell Sansa out just to get them released. I mean, what wouldn't a father do to protect his sons? Thank you very much for watching my video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section and I will answer them as soon as possible. If you like my video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will be back in a little while for the last part of my analysis of the Winds of Winter, Elaine 1, of Elaine 1, the Winds of Winter. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much.